Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever whenever whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Being is infinite. And becoming is finite. Two things. So when we become, samsara starts. In being, there is no samsara. See? So, how to be and how not to become. See? Morning we have seen how to undo. You were just told that we have learned the concept of undoing. If you take it as a concept, concepts are subject to change and modification. See? We are not talking about concepts, we are talking about the truth. Once in US, Pittsburgh University, after my talk was over, the professor of philosophy, he told me, Mr. Swami, you presented the concepts very well. I said, my dear, I disagree with your statement, not out of humility or out of, no. The truth is, I did not talk concepts. Then I told him, you are a professor, is a concept. When you are in front of your wife, see? So concepts are with a reference to time, space, object, situation. See? Now you are Shrota or Sota or Sarota. Do you know what is Sarota? Sarota is a scissor which is used for cutting the supari. So while we are listening in the satsanga, our mind goes on cutting. But that Swami said like this thing, and this is why. See? One youngster, he told me, because of Gita, our country is not progressing. I said, did she cheat you? His girlfriend. Gita could be girlfriend also, isn't it? He said, you people tell, karmanyeva adhikarasya ma phaleshu kadachana, do your duty, don't expect any result. That is why people are lazy in our country. See? I said, my dear, If you understand wrong way, who can help you? See? So you are a professor concept. You are successful is a concept. You are American is a concept. You are a Catholic is a concept. You are a Hindu is a concept. You are a Muslim is a concept. You are rich is a concept. All these concepts are subject to change. See? In our childhood, I am a child is a concept. Then, in your teenage, I am no mere child. Don't tell me anything. You must have gone through this. Your girls, daughters, when they are around 12, 13, 14, see their behavior. Mommy, don't tell me I am not a baby. See? Concepts. So, spiritual life is not a concept. Being is not a concept, it is a truth. And becoming are the concepts. See? Earlier, I was an atheist. But now, Swamiji, after hearing you, I have changed now. Thank you for changing me. I said, if you are changing, tomorrow somebody will come and change you again. See? So, the first principle in unbecoming is we don't have to become anything. See how this becoming has become like a coronavirus. See? The virus name is corona, means don't do. Corona. What if we keep on doing something and then become somebody? Don't become anybody. So, in being, there are no worries, there is no struggle. So, how the infinite one being is reduced to finite multiple becoming? Now, take an example. Man is being. Then he gets married, unfortunately. Then he becomes husband. See? Then he becomes the son-in-law. He becomes the father. He becomes the father-in-law. And all the burden on that man is that of all the becomings. See, we have heard just now Dakshinamurti Stotra in the 5th or 6th verse. राहु ग्रस्त दिवाकरेन्दु सदृशो माया परिच्छादनात् सन्मात्र करणोपसंहरणतः यो भूत सुषुप्त पुमान. Like the sun is covered by Rahu. Rahu-grasta Divakara is the sun. And Indu is the moon. Like the sun and the moon, they are swallowed by the Rahu. And thank God he doesn't have the body below the neck. And therefore he eats and it comes out. And again the Grahana, the eclipse is over. So the sun or the moon is covered by the covering of the Rahu. At the moment the Rahu discarded, again the glory becomes available. Exactly. The sun, the divine, the being, the existence, the absolute reality, give whatever name you like, is covered by Panchakoshas and 3 bodies. And everywhere there is becoming. So with body identification, the absolute is reduced to somebody. Nobody is reduced to somebody. Then, because of the subtle body, the nobody is reduced to the dreamer. And this burden of waking and the dream created, or the reality became waker and dreamer. Then upakarana samharanataha. And when these panchakoshas, when they are withdrawn, that means when we are no more interested in the gross body and anything related to gross body, when we are no more interested with anything related to the mind and the modifications of the mind, upakarana samharataha, we have withdrawn ourselves from these identifications. Then yo bhut sushupta puman, san matra. Then what remains is absolute being. And in this absolute being, it is a process of undoing. We don't do anything. See? Therefore, this point we have to consciously recognize and understand. Spiritual life is not becoming. But you will see in most of the places and times, it's only becoming. See? Earlier, I was a bhogi, but now I am a yogi. See? Earlier, I was eating non-vegetarian. Now I am a vegan. Wow. See? So we are becoming, changing one dress and putting on another dress. See? Therefore, what is the process of unbecoming? Is only to know how we have become. Now, this example is very simple and clear to understand. Next time you go in front of your mirror, think of me and this example which I am giving you. When you stand in front of the mirror, what is our experience? Have we become two? Because we are not looking at the mirror. We are looking in the mirror. First thing. Second thing, we are not looking at the reflection. We are looking at ourselves. See, these ammas, they make all the mirrors in their houses and even in the public places Saubhagyavati. They remove it and put it there. You see, any place, any house you go. Earlier it was such a nice thing, kumkum made out of haldi. It will protect you from all infections. But then who will do that? Therefore, take a .com lagao. Then it can be reused. Like the husband can be reused. Friends. So, when we are looking in the mirror and looking at ourselves, so when I am taking the toothbrush, I am not putting it here and there, no, because I am looking at me. So, what is our experience? Although there is an appearance of otherness which we cannot stop, you cannot stop, it will happen. But the difference is we don't take that I have become another. But the same thing also happens with the dog or a cat or a bird. Same thing happens. But then they take it. Oh, one more dog has come. See? And the cinema starts. See? Because when I am looking in the mirror, I am looking at myself. So see, this is such a simple thing. Although there is an experience of duality, but there is an establishment of oneness. I am looking at the reflection. What is seen is other than me. But have I become two? No. But in case of the bird or animal or dog, for him it is real. And therefore the samsara begins. Therefore, what is the process of unbecoming? It's very simple, not difficult. See, we all have become somebody or the other. And throughout our life, the one who suffers is this non existing entity. See? And how we become? Because of the upadhi. Upadhi is conditioning. So earlier, man is one without a second. He has not become anybody. He is. But right from childhood, we teach our children. See, hey, when you are grown up, what do you want to become? And these mothers and grandmothers, they are very funny characters. They are very proud of their useless children. And one grandmother, she was talking about her son and said, Swamiji, my grandson is so intelligent. I said, how can you tell like that? Your grandson and intelligent? Thank God she didn't understand. This is the mm, ignorance is bliss. Then he knows so many things. He knows all the planets, all the countries in this world, and everything. You ask him anything. So I asked him, I say, hey, what do you want to become when you are grown up? What do you want to become? And the grandmother was excited now what my grandson tells. He says, Swamiji, I want to become a garbage truck driver. So I go there, everybody gets away, and these two big hands come out and they lift that garbage can and it is empty. Cut, 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 cut. Such a great fun. I want to become that. Then I looked at the grandmother. Great fun. We want to become something or the other. Right from childhood, how many things we have changed. I want to become this. No, that is not good. I want to become a doctor. But doctor is most useless profession. Doctors don't like healthy people. When they see a healthy person, oh God, aa gaya healthy. See? They don't like healthy people. Their prayers of the doctors, do you know? Sarve bhavantu rogina. Because they have become doctor. The day you understand, out of one, many appear because of the upadhi. If you are standing in front of few mirrors, half a dozen mirrors, there will be half a dozen reflections. Have we become many? Think. Now, in place of the mirrors, keep your relations, your father. When the man is reflected in the mirror of his father, he has become a son. Then the same man reflected in the mirror of his wife, he has become a husband. When he is reflected in the mirror of his son, he has become a father. Now, has he become three? See, and who is miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler Kanjus father. The husband is miserable because of the Belan Devi. You know Belan Devi? Fulan Devi, you know. Belan means that which is used for making the chapati, that is used of Belan. So the husband is miserable because of the Belan Devi, standing in front of us. Namaste Sadavatsale. And the father is miserable because of the master child. And the man is happy. So to discover this happiness, what is the process? First of all, he has to learn this, that you have to unbecome. So unbecome the son. How to unbecome son? Don't argue with the parents. Whatever they say yes immediately. Don't allow them to complete anything. In US, I was in somebody's house. Our NRI parents have gone there, and um, their son was a good friend of mine. Very successful, very nice, cheerful, and happy. Now these parents have gone there. After having gone, we were just sitting and talking, and that young man was also there. So the father, keeping the gun on my shoulder, started firing. Swamiji, I have served my father till the last day of his life. But these days, you see the children, they don't serve and respect their parents. So he was hinting at his son. Now he is his son. He said, Papa, when did your father die? Beta, unfortunately, he died when he was hardly 45, 48. What is your age? 85, you're not out. If it is only for 40 years, we can also serve. But you are extending again and again. Who is miserable? The one who has become somebody. This is the highest and the simplest spiritual practice. Don't become anybody. But then how to conduct the life? See? Life is conducted. We have got all the mantra, this Maha Mantra when I am playing, please repeat it. That will give you the highest understanding of life. We keep on chanting complicated mantras which we don't understand anything. And that is done not with understanding but mechanically. See? And another funny thing, if something is said in Sanskrit, it is truth. If it is said in English, it is bakwas. No. There was one Sanskrit fanatic in US. There was a big gathering. We had our lecture and food. In USA, people gather only for food. They mention it. After satsang, food will be served. Then this big crowd, at least for food. So we are all assembled in the dining place, and so many people talking to me in English. I was talking to them in English. One came. He was from Bengaluru. I don't know whether he is here or not. So he was there, and he started talking to me in Sanskrit, and I was replying in English. He said, "Why don't you talk in Sanskrit?" I said, "I don't know Sanskrit." No, 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 you know. Why don't you talk? I said, "I don't know, so I don't talk." No, 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 you have to tell me. Why? I said, "Look here. Why we talk? So that people around us should understand, is it not? Now you talk to me in Sanskrit, I talk to you in Sanskrit, and other people will be looking at us. Kahan se aaye aliens? We are here. Language is the only means of communication. Don't get lost in that language. See? Samprapte sannihite kale nahi rakshate dukkum karane. Dukkum karane is a language. But we get lost only in that. See, friends. Therefore, we become somebody, don't become anybody. So, our Maha Mantra tells how to unbecome. See? The first step of unbecoming is wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, where are we? In satsang. When are we? During the satsanga. So, what should be we? Satsangi. But are we satsangi now? See, one lady after the talk, she came, a round figure. I like fat people. Fat people are never miserable. Bony people are never happy. Can you imagine the laughing Buddha is haddi? No. To laugh, you require real personality. There are many benefits of becoming fat. See, one of the very benefit I learned. Once I had to go for some cremation, somebody's cremation, not mine. So there are people all where places, and I am a questionable personality. Therefore, they ask questions. Somebody, how much time it will take the body to be burned fully? I said, I have no experience. How can I tell? No, even then you can just tell. I said, I don't do that. And I never think about it. He said, I can tell you. I said, I don't want to know because I don't have to burn. Why should I know? No, I tell you, he will take maybe about 1 hour 20 minutes to 1 hour 30 minutes. I said, I can't challenge you. Okay. Do you know how I have come to this conclusion? I said, I don't want to know. See, man, if you really are happy, you don't want to know anything about anybody. But contrary, we are Indians. Anybody we see, start. Where are you born? People ask us also. Somebody, where are you from? Where are you born? When were you born? Why were you born? Arre, there is no need. We keep on gathering, and all that things, they are upadhis. And when it's upadhis, then somebody is born. And then somebody, if Kannadiga, they become friend. If Kannadiga Tamilian, don't keep away. Our Krishna, your Krishna. See, friends, don't become anybody. The moment you become somebody, you have lost your spiritual path. See, now for this we don't have to do anything. To remain as a man, you don't have to divorce the wife. To remain as a man, you don't have to send your children to the college anywhere. No. No, only understand this is the upadhi, and in this upadhi, what your role I have to play your role perfectly well. And after the role is over, relax. See, this is how we become somebody. If you want to know the crux of Bhagavad Gita, in one line, what Bhagavad Gita told, only this much. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where was Arjun? On the battlefield. When? At the time of war. So, what he should have been? A soldier, or a grandson, or a disciple, or a brother. So, he was on the war front. Instead of remaining as a soldier, he became the disciple. He became the grandson. He became the brother. And who was miserable? These non existing entities. See, friends. And we carry this burden of became personalities throughout our life. See? And how do we carry? We carry the burden of all the upadhis in the form of memories. See? And when we have not learned the art of deleting the past data, our hard disk is always full. Once I was somewhere, one lady says, Swamiji, wait a minute, I want to take a selfie with you. I said, you cannot take. No, no, I can take. I said, you cannot take. Try. She, what is the message? There is no space. Learn to empty yourself. See, how to empty ourselves? One technique. Do not talk about your past and do not ask about anybody's past. without any efforts, you will start remaining quiet. When we talk to others, we talk only about the past. See, in our Bombay Shivaji Park, there is a parapet wall all around. All the oldies are occupying their own place. And everybody is old, so everybody has a past, so everybody has a memories. So one tells, when I was in military in 1947, other person plugs his mouth, nothing. I was there with Mahatma Gandhi. It was nothing. I was with, Subhash Chandra Bose. We refuse to remain in the present, and somebody is born, that somebody is not the reality. And who is miserable? This non existing entity is miserable. We have to again and again recognize. So, what is the art of not becoming anybody? This one step. We don't want to know anything about anybody, and we don't have to tell anything about us to others. Now, try to talk. Past doesn't allow us to remain alive. Past is dead. Childhood is dead. But oldies like me, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिल, वो गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. See, friends, this is one of the most potent spiritual practice. Then you will know one day very clearly that mind survives only on the diet of past memories and the diet of future worries. You arrest the migration of your mind in the past and in the future. Now come back to Arjun. What was Arjuna thinking in the first chapter? His thinking was, how can I kill my guru who taught me how to hold the bow, how to fix the string, how to fix the arrow, and how to pull it up to the ears, and how to look and shoot? To that guru, how can I shoot? See, Dronacharya didn't understand this. Only Arjuna understood. Then Bhishmacharya, my grandfather. See, how can I kill my grandfather? That grandfather has no issue in killing you. Because Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, they knew we are playing the role of a warrior. But Arjuna became extra smart and he became that what he should not have become on that particular moment. See, therefore, this is very simple thing. Don't bring your past in the present. Now, because of this habit of becoming, bringing the past and the future in the present, it is associated with us everywhere. We sit for meditation. We become meditator and then bring the past. When we went to Kedarnath, there we sat for meditation. Oh, it was such a cool meditation. It was so cold meditation. But now here in Bengaluru, it is only a noisy meditation. So you are neither there nor here, nor in the past nor in the present. Try this. Do not bring your past, any experience, good or bad, in the present. You have learned the art of unbecoming. See? Morning class also I told you, all the spiritual practice is undoing and unbecoming. This is what we do. I am not telling you something new. I am only bringing your attention to your own experience. What is sleep? Sleep is a process of undoing anything and unbecoming anybody. So, in the deep sleep, what is the experience? There is nobody and nothing is done. See, and because of that, in deep sleep, we are all happy. And happiness expresses always as noise, is it not? Whenever there is a marriage, is the marriage in a very silent way, although it is the occasion of that only, but we make a huge noise because we are happy. And then something goes wrong and we have to separate. Do we bring the same list? Okay, all those people we invited, let's stick mark them. We have decided to separate. Please come and bless us. You don't know what kind of questions people ask us. One Malayali couple from Middle East, they came to Mumbai and asked me, Swamiji, um, we have come with some problem. I said, look here, I will talk to you if you listen to my talk, or else I will not talk. So they have no choice, they have to listen 1 hour talk. After that was over, then I said, now tell me, what is your problem? No, now we have changed our mind. Say, what happened? We came to ask you, what is the process of divorce in Hinduism? Like talak, talak, talak. In the same manner, what is the process of divorce in Hinduism? I immediately became serious. I have studied all the Vedas, but nowhere a single mantra is found out whether by this mantra you can divorce. No. But now why you have changed your idea? Swamiji, we have understood after listening to your talk that really who is miserable is not me as a man and she as a woman. We are miserable as husband and wife, and both of them are illusions. Now we have understood it. See, friends, the day you become anybody, you have planned your life as a miserable entity. We don't have to do anything. Only know this much, that these are all relations. As long as we are human beings, we have to follow all those rules and regulations. Like we are in India. If American comes and tells, but in our country we drive on the right side, then go back to your country. In this country you have to follow our rules, no other way. In the same manner, if we are human beings, we have to follow the law of our dharma. See? And therefore, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. And whenever you are 100%, you are happy. Try to think and laugh. You cannot laugh when you think. And when you laugh, you don't think. What are you doing? I am thinking to laugh. You can never. Because these are the hurdles. And therefore, my observation is the so called spiritual people are more miserable than the average people. Once I went to with a begging bowl to a church standing outside. Nobody gave me anything. In the empty bowl, I went outside a mosque, stood there also. Nobody gave me anything. I went outside a temple, standing there for 1 hour. Nobody gave anything. I got so disgusted. Finally, I went outside a drinking booth and stood there. In 15 minutes, my ball was full. Then I scolded God. Oh God, why did you give your wrong address? Right. See, my friends, spirituality, don't become unnecessarily serious. Don't become extraordinary. Remain ordinary. See, I was in Sydney, and one of our RSS people, they have invited me to their house for taking food and all that. And we had everything nice, good satsang. Food was also good. Then he took me, Swamiji, I want to ask you something personal. I said, I have nothing personal. No, no, about something. I said, okay. Start. He said, not in front of everybody, we'll go for a walk. I said, okay. We went for a walk. He said, you tell me how to spread our message in our own Indian community. How to do that? I said, I don't know. I have never done it, so I don't know. No, you tell us something. So that time, Lalu Prasad was a very hot topic. I said, do you know why he's so popular among the Biharis? He merges with the masses exactly as they can match with him, and he matches with them. He will be eating the pan and in front of everybody. So all the Biharis think, अपना ही है, अरे he is our man. Then he will abuse anybody. Are right? Really? Our representative. I said, but when you talk just Sanskrit. So all the people listening to you, apna nahi hai ye. He is not ours. See, friends, if you want to penetrate in a society, you have to discard your spatial status and merge with them. First, win their confidence that he is not someone extraordinary, he is like us. He says, Swamiji, now I understood. I said, here all the kids are talking English. High five. Talk their language. Don't think all the time culture, agriculture. See? Husbands have got agriculture. What your wife says, she is always right. And whenever you make a mistake, she forgives you. Therefore, don't become extraordinary. And to remain ordinary, shade away all your spatial status. Then we don't carry the burden. One more example I'll tell you. In Delhi, it happened many years before. This is how I have learned. My whole life is only learning from you all. You are all my gurus. I have learned from you. You have got all the problems of your life, and yet you find time to spare for us. And we are full timers. And yet we complain. Tell me who is great? You are great. So, once we were somewhere in Delhi, about half a dozen children with me, we went to some function. And it was, I think, Ram Janma or something like that, in a small place. After the bhajan kirtan and the 10 minutes talk was over, we came out. Very congested crowd, no place even to sit. So there was one scooter, I was sitting on the scooter. And I told, hey kids, sit wherever you get a place on any bicycle or anywhere or stand. Then I told the organizer, I said, hey, give us something to eat, man. Free you want everything what? My kids have come. Give something, samosa, kachori or tea or lassi, something give. He was a dharma samrakshak. He became Gambhiranand. Swamiji, Can a Swami sit on the scooter and eat samosa on the roadside? Is it according to our scriptures? Is it according to our culture? I said, now I have to take a position wherein the kids were observing. Now, what Swamiji says, I immediately became Gambhir. I have studied all the four Vedas. Nowhere in any Veda it is mentioned that a Swami should not sit on the scooter and eat samosa. Do you know why? Because when the scriptures were written, there was no scooter and no samosa. Kids were so happy. And Dharma Dhurandhar became frustrated. See, friends, don't become extraordinary, my dear friends. Remain average person. The moment you become somebody, you will be carrying the burden on your head. See, those who come for my retreats, they know I don't allow anybody to do anything for me because all these Mahamayas, they compete and fight with each other. See, I am close to Swamiji. I will take his plate. I will take this. Thank God they don't feed me. They allow me to eat. It is not their fault. Because you see, wherever the Mahatmas are there, there is inner circle, outer circle, like that Odomos thing, like around. And then you become a Mahamandaleshwar. You know Mahamandaleshwar? Mahanasti Mandalam Udaram Yasya Sa Mahamandaleshwara. Don't become anybody extraordinary, my friends. How we become? When the children are there, we immediately become grown up. Now, what is a grown up? Find out faults of them and tell them what they should do, what they should not do. If they are standing, don't stand, Swami just up, sit down. Because I am a grown up. The children don't understand. If the children are sitting, don't you understand, Swami says, get up. Now, what do you want to prove? See, this is how the elderly grandmothers, grandfathers, they torture the grandchildren. See, now the child, small child, 3, 4 years, he has got his own moods. No, no, you should do namaskar. And he's crying, frustrated. No, no, dabao, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Because I have become somebody. Don't become anybody, Maharaj. Relax. And what is our life? We are all struggling to prove something to someone. See? This example I'll tell you, I quoted it number of times. This is one of the best thing I like in UK it happened. I went from Mumbai to Heathrow, London, and flight was supposed to reach by about 10 o'clock or so. By the time I came out, worst airport in the world is Heathrow. So much of crowd. It took about 1.5 to 2 hours to come out through immigration. Then getting the bag, and I came out. And the lady who came to pick me up, we got into the car. I said, Amma, let's go. Yes, Swamiji, we have got a lecture at 6 o'clock. We'll reach there. Very good, come. And she started. And I don't know why I said, Amma, I think you have taken a wrong exit. You try to do this to any lady, tell her fault, she will bounce on you. She bounced on me. Swamiji, I am here for last 45 years. I know every nook and corner of Heathrow. Yes. It is right. I said, very good. Go ahead. After going for another half an hour, Swamiji, I think what you told is right. I have taken the wrong exit. Now, I said, follow Indian advice, go the wrong way. Two wrong makes one right. No, no, we can't. And then suffer. So we have to do suffer, Hindi suffer, for another 40 miles. And then we went to the church where there was a lecture. 1 hour we were late. And I expected all people must have gone so I can nicely have tea, coffee and enjoy. But all were waiting, surprisingly. That time I spoke to them on 15th chapter of Gita. So after the talk, about 1.5 hours or so, talk was over, and then we had tea, coffee, then formal introduction, who is who, and all that. Then I had a dinner in my hostess place, and after the dinner was over, then I took the remote and started watching the BBC documentary on Himalaya. Very beautiful one. So when I was doing that, this lady, elderly lady, Swamiji, you go and sleep. I said, look here. Up to some level, I will listen. I will give back. You mind your business. I do whatever I like. I am not your baby. No, 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 Swami, you don't get angry. But you are tired. You came all the way from there. And then you have to come here in a way and give the lecture. And so many people. Now you must be tired. Take rest. I said, I am not tired. Now I am tired because of you. No, I want to be like you. I get tired very easily. How come you don't get tired? I said, you cannot be like me. Why? No beard. Longer the beard, confirm is the wisdom. Half beard, doubtful is the wisdom. No beard. No, no, Swami, please help me. What should I do? I said, Mama, your struggle is of becoming. You are all your life struggling to prove something to somebody. Don't prove. Be yourself. Now watch in your own life what we are doing. Try to prove something to somebody. So we go and do 10 times namaskar, namaskar, namaskar. What do you want to prove? See? We don't have to prove anything to anybody. When we stop this business of proving something to somebody, you are relaxed. Because you have not become anybody. See? And the second thing that we do in becoming, we try to justify. See? About this, another example. In Mumbai, it happened. Those days, there were no flyovers. So, when you have to cross the railway line, you have to wait till the gate opens. And I was going to Borivali from this side. Borivali. So, the signal, this gate was closed, and we have to wait there 20 minutes. And my friend was driving me. When we went, the others, Swamiji, by the time you come, I'll rush to the mic and tell why we are late. I said, did anybody ask you? No. Are you going to give lecture? No. You go and relax. But Swamiji, I said, don't argue. So I went and finished my lecture, and 20 minutes I pulled. Who was listening? 20 minutes less or 20 minutes more. All of them come for time pass. I have come also for time pass. Why you become so serious? After lecture and everything was over, then he said, Swamiji, you are right. Nobody asked why you are late 20 minutes. Friends, don't try to prove anything to anybody in this world. We try to prove. And what is that? Then I call it as a goody goody personality, holier than thou. See? If somebody is a lazy like me, then he will probably improve by giving up the laziness. If somebody is workaholic, probably he may improve by giving up too much of activities. But if somebody is like, I wake up early in the morning at 4 o'clock, at a cold water bath. Then I do yoga, and then I chant the Gayatri Mantra 108 times, standing on one leg. And thereafter, I start the Vishnu Sahasranam, and then I study Bhagavad Gita. Then I do meditation. And then I go to the kitchen, and then I prepare my tea. I don't take anything from anybody's hand. I am Swami Paki, blah 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 blah. Now, no further possibility of improvement. Konyosti sadrusho maya. This is the case history of Arjun. Arjuna had that arrogance. Dhritarashtrasya durbuddhe. Dhritarashtra's children Kauravas, they are durbuddhi. But asmabihi prapashadbihi. But we are wise, we know. Friends, if our goodness prompts us to find out somebody's weaknesses and condemn them, is it goodness? See, my friends, and this is what happens when we become somebody. And who is that somebody? Holier than thou. In one conference in Pune, probably, the topic was reverence for life. And there were people from all over the world. And I was also invited there. And I was told, Swamiji, it's 3 days conference. And on the third last day, you will summarize and you will be giving a valedictory address. So 3 days I had to suffer to listen all. So I was hearing. And reverence for life. Only one thing, how to condemn the non-vegetarian people. That was the only thing. And one person, out of excitement and frustration, whatever you call, he said, whenever I see a person eating non-vegetarian and walking, I feel he's a mobile graveyard of the dead animals. And other dumbos. Now tell me, what right we have got to condemn somebody's food habit? You don't eat, never mind. We have no right. But vegetarian people think we are superior than the non-vegetarian. Then there is a new brand in the market, you know that. I am not vegetarian, I am vegan. You have to say it by style. Vegan. So what we want to prove? Holier than thou? No. See, Atmopamena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukham sa yogi paramo mata. The real yogi is the one who is able to recognize the joy and sorrows of everybody as he recognizes his joy and sorrows. But instead of that, when we become holy, the world is labeled as unholy. When we think we are right, others are wrong. No, we are all Amrutasya Putraha. Everybody is right in this world from their standpoint. Nobody is wrong. The mother-in-law is also right, the daughter-in-law is also right. Who is wrong? The husband's son. Why did he get married? And therefore, poor fellow suffers. Like in a scissor. ऊपर बीबी, नीचे मम्मी. See? Therefore, wise people don't get married. One boy was asking his father. Father was doing gardening Sunday. So he was doing some pruning and watering the plants. So the son, young boy, maybe 5 years, 6 years, he said, Dad, I want to know how to become an intelligent husband. So dad looked at the son and didn't bother starting. Again, Dad, you are not telling me how to become an intelligent husband. Again, he kept quiet in reply. Finally, the son got angry. He held the hose pipe. Dad, you have to answer my question. I don't want to listen from my wife as mummy calls you. You dumb. I don't want to hear that. I want to be an intelligent husband. Tell me. He said, there is no species called as intelligent husband. Those who are intelligent, they never become husband. Oh, it is like that? Yes. Relax, man. As a man, you are happy. The moment you become somebody, you are miserable. So, what is becoming? Becoming is carrying the burden of upadhis on us. And to unload those upadhis, only this much we have to remember our Maha Mantra. Where you are, when you are, what you are, be 100%. ईशावास्योपनिषद second mantra. कुर्वन्नेवेह कर्माणि जिजी विशेषदगम समा एवं त्वयि न अन्यथा अस्ति नरे. This is the only way. There is no other option. Kurvanneveha karmani jiji visheshatagam sama. If you see the normal translation, there they write, doing your karma, jiji vishesh, desire to live 100 years. I don't like that translation. That is not the meaning. Then, Kurvanneveha karmani jiji visheshatagam sama means live every moment 100%. Don't live 100 years and a burden to others. See, live 100% every moment. But what happens? We are not living 100% any moment, all the time. When we were children, who asked you? This is one of the mantra. Who asked you? See? When you just practice this happy mantra mala, read it, listen it again. It's all available on YouTube. Listen, like you do. Om Om Bhurvo Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurvo Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Om Bhurvo Swaha Tasaviturvarenyam Om Yo. Ultimately, Om Bhur 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 Bhur. क्या समझ में आया? See, when the words do not carry meaning for us, they are merely a noise. If a Chinese comes and tells us that I love you in Chinese language, we will be sthita prajna. We don't understand what they have said. Or if they come and tell that I am going to kill you, thank you. Because words are not carrying any meaning. Now, in this simple mantra, life is a time pass. When you are living life as a time pass, you are not carrying the burden of anybody or do not want to become someone extraordinary. See? Are we not doing that when we are playing with the children, small kids? So we play with them, but that time our interest is not in winning or getting defeated. Our interest is till the food is ready, we have to keep this Rakshasa busy. And that's all. Nothing else. But for that child, it is important. I want to win. I want to win. For us, it is a time pass. Like for me, it is a time pass. I come here. Problem for you. We want to learn Upanishad. We want to learn Bhagavad Gita. Suffer. Hey, relax, relax, relax. In being, there is no tension. In becoming, there is nothing but tension. Because when we become somebody, we want to prove something. And when we don't have to prove anything, then you are relaxed. There was one lady in Raipur, in Chhattisgarh. In some place, my talks were in English, and she also came for the talk. So afterwards, we went to their house for Bhiksha. So the young children in their house, they're teasing her. Dali Ma has gone to listen English. So I said, no, but she has understood. She doesn't know ABCD. What she will understand? I said, you ask her. So she said, what I have understood, you will not understand that. See how deep it is. What Swami said, I understood it. But you will not understand because you are holding on to the words. Now, this you, when you have unbecome everything, how can you understand? See? Therefore, unbecoming is remain without any special status in the world. To what extent non-spatial status? The best example I can think of is the space. Space becomes north, east, west, south. And then your feng shui, then pyramids, and then Vastu Shastra. Because our attention is on the space which has become north, east, west, south. If you go beyond this north, east, west, south, then no east, no west, no south, you are in the space. Space doesn't become unholy in the south, doesn't become holy in the north. Is it not? Whether eyes are seeing the red color, they don't become red. When they are seeing the green color, they don't become green. Because color is a non-specific. Red, yellow, green, they are specific. Shabda, sound is non-specific. Then melodious and very rough is specific. Gandha, smell is non-specific. When it becomes specific, then it is Sugandha, Durgandha. Taste is non-specific. When it becomes extraordinary, it is sour, it is sweet. Discard all the extraordinary things. Come back to your own being. Therefore, tyage naike amritatva manasho. And this is what we all do. Sleep is a process wherein we give up everything and we get nothing. In that nothingness is fulfillment in life. This is the simplest way of unbecoming. Try to become unbecome and suffer silently. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.